Thank you for staying with us. You're still watching Wake Up Nigeria. And right now we have our first conversation of the day. We're here with, of course, parenting and Omaomi Obidairo, the founder of Haven Edu Services, a childhood edtech firm, and she's here to discuss healthy screen time for children. What exactly is recommended? Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. How are you doing this morning?
Thank you. I'm fantastic. Thank you for having
All
me.
right, awesome. Okay, so now earlier we were talking about children and parents and homework and all of that. So since we're definitely talking about parenting, I'd like to know your take on that. What do you think about that? Do you think it's healthy to load on the assignments, or you think it should end at school?
Okay, so I'll take my opinion from a conversation from my daughter.
Okay.
She had a debate at school about giving them so much assignments, and you could see the passion that they load them with so much homeworks, and they don't even have time to do all
like
that.
Like an actual debate.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And our feedback was like, and I could feel for her, and I could feel the pain that she wants to do a lot of other things, but the assignments are just so much, and she can't get to do other things because she has to spend all the remaining hours of the day doing, and before you know it, it's bedtime. Okay. So I feel like there should be a balance, right? So I know that too much playtime is also not healthy,
yes.
But the homework shouldn't be too packed, when they have one or two and they are able to still have extra time, because some parents, some of us do have bedtime routine. So if you have the homeworks that are so much, then they don't get to, do any other thing except for do the homework and go to bed.
All right. Amazing and well said. Okay, so now you are the founder of Haven Edu Services. Tell me about that.
Okay, so Haven Edu Services is a childhood educational company. What we do basically is to excite young champs in tech, art, science, and languages. So we are into exciting them into creativity and preparing them for the workplace of the future.
Oh, nice. Basically. That's actually really, what inspired that? Why did you think of that?
Well, my girls inspired that after having them and planning for their future, and with the technology coming into play, and also myself, because I'm actually a linguist. So
how many languages do you speak?
I speak about three.
Three, nice. Yeah. All Nigerian?
French, Yoruba, and English.
And English, right.
So okay. A little bit of German too.
Oh,
yeah. So, okay. So looking at my experience as a language person and the opportunities it has opened for me, because I know that speaking a language opens as in a whole lot of doors of possibilities for you. So that also gingered and inspired that. Then looking at my girls, I see them loving technology. I see them wanting to do things around tech, and I see why not excite these young children
in that direction. So. Amazing. Okay, so now today we're talking about screen time and what really is recommended. Now, from your experience as a tech person, it sounds to me as if you're going to be telling us screen time is what it is, 24 hours. But what do you actually have to say about that?
No, like I said earlier, there should be a balance to everything. You see, wherever we don't have balance, wherever we don't have a routine, especially with children, then things just happen haphazardly. So what I would recommend is that we should have like a routine for screen time. Yes, and we can always harness and leverage screen time, for children to also learn. So they are not just going to the screen to play. They are not just going to watch and get bored, because they could get bored watching screen. So I'll take an example and a cue from when we were growing up. We had the NTA channel, and it comes up, I think, around 4 or 5, if my memory serves me well. But that period from when you come back from primary school and you get to, because you are looking forward to it, you understand, it's just probably like an hour or two of screen time, so you're always looking forward to it. So you want to do your homework, you want to do everything you have to do and be ready. You understand? Then we even created a game around it with the colored lines and all of that. Then you shut your eyes, you can tell all the colors. But there was fun to it, and we didn't have the privilege the children of nowadays have, that you can have screen 24/7, which could be of an advantage or a disadvantage. You understand? So with that, we were able to balance, and you know that if you have 1-2 hours of screen time, the next thing is your bedtime. You have dinner, then you go to bed. So that actually helped in our own generation. And if we could also mimic a little bit of that, I feel like it will go a long way in helping to balance, because what we need is balance. Because screen time can help. My children, for example, learned a whole lot, and we are able to solve a lot of things from schoolwork because they had access to quality screen time. You understand? They are able to watch quality programs on screen that they can apply to everyday life.
Yes.
So we can cut that. A child is learning tech, the child has to have access to screen.
Okay, so now when you say screen time, let's now define it so everyone understands it, because sometimes I'm on my phone and then I see a notification saying, oh, so number of hours screen time. So are we talking about phones? Are we talking TV? Are we talking games?
You're talking all digital screen,
all
you
types of
understand?
screen.
Because
Sunscreen?
definitely not. You know, as adults as well, it's actually would go a long way in helping us and help us live a healthy life. Because if we can, because we could be funny, you know, we leave the TV and we say that's the screen, then we go back to our phones and we are with it, even in bed, we are with it and all of that. So it takes a lot of balance, a lot of routine, a lot of being intentional about it. You understand? There are ages also, and there are times to actually allot to those age. You understand? So I think with
because now we're talking about this TV, right? I know some people say, okay, fine, they have family time where everybody watches TV. But then again, these days we have really young kids have tabs of their own and phones and all of that. So what would you say the balance should be? Say, okay, fine, we have family TV time and then times for kids to also play games on their phones and all of that.
Yeah, so back in the days, watching TV was like serious work if you look back at it, because you're either watching one show that is about debate, and if you can't do the same thing the child is doing on TV, your parents will be on your neck, you know. But these days, they have a lot of exciting things to look forward to, even on their tabs and all of the devices they do have. So I would say allot a particular time. Okay, so this child will, and even days of the week. Okay, so like for me, the routine I run is during weekdays, I don't give my children access to TV screen, except for weekend. That was when they were at a particular age. Now that they are more grown up, I give them some days during the week to have access to TV, but it has to be at an allotted time. You understand? And there's this slang in my house that goes, oh, family time, family. They always, because that's the time where they get to watch a lot of movie, so they always, you understand? And even if you're working on the laptop, you have a research you want to do, you have time. If you don't work within that time frame, sorry, you have to tell them at school that you didn't make up with the time, so you couldn't. Yeah,
I mean, that makes sense. But now you go to a lot of homes, right? And even as kids, like as babies, right? They tell you, oh, if the station is not on to me, I personally find that very, I don't know, it just upsets me. You walk into a home and you notice that the TV is always on like a kid's channel. They tell you, no, that's hard to get them. If they're not on this channel, not so like, what would you say is that okay? Because some people see it as, okay, fine, keep the kids busy with all of that while the adults sort things out.
Yeah, it's actually an escape for we adults. Really, if you want to take the easy way out, just give a child the screen and you run. But I would say, because too much colors, too much screen is not even healthy for the child's growth. There's one of the researches I read over time had mentioned that even if a child sits so much to watch TV, they begin to become obese. Like, it could cause obesity. I think Mayo Clinic research or something. And looking at that, it's actually, generally, it's not healthy. So, like I said, if there is a routine to it, you would have, and there are particular and special programs that you could also assign for children for different age, because by the time you leave a child with screen without monitoring, then they end up picking up different vices off the screen. You understand? So
some people will actually say, oh no, you give them, they learn so much. I love educational channels and all of that. But then again,
but there should be a balance, because when you learn, you should also put it to practice. So where do they get to play? Where do they get to put to practice what they've learned? Because learning for children is a whole lot. It's like there's the practical, there's the applying and all of that. So it's not just about learning, and there's the learning from you as a parent. So there's the discipline that comes with us as parents as well. Okay, so sometimes when I say, oh, it's no longer screen time, and I'm on my phone, I'm probably answering an email, you know, and they come and they say, oh, but you're watching the screen. You're with your phone. So there has to be the discipline from with the parents as well, so that we can encourage them, because they do what they see.
You know what you tell them to. Amazing.
Exactly.
Thank you so much
for
joining us today. It was definitely a pleasure, and hope to have you next week as well.
I look forward to it.
Expand the topic. Thank you so much. I mean, for staying with us. We're still here, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this break.